See the screen. Let me know if you have any issues with the audio quality or the visuals. Okay, we're almost there. And you have the GoToWebinar panel to ask us questions. Feel free to talk to us in case of anything. Thank you. All right, so welcome all of you. My name is Tilak and I'm part of the Zoho Social Marketing team. Thanks for joining us today. This is a special webinar we are hosting for the CRM users, and I'm really excited to see all of you. I see most of you have already joined in. Welcome all of you. It's almost the time to start the webinar. In case you have any questions, you want to talk to us, you can use the question panel of this GoToWebinar window and feel free to talk to us. You are also in the listen-only mode, so we cannot hear you talking, but I hope you can hear me talking. My name is Tilak. So in case of anything, feel free to use the question panel. I hope the audio quality is fine and you're able to see the screen. Welcome, Suzanne. Welcome, Nicholas. Welcome, all of you. So yeah, first of all, today's webinar, this is about Zoho Social Zoho CRM integration. Zoho Social is from the kitchen of Zoho, which is in the business for the last quite a long time, and Zoho serves more than 35 plus productivity tools, which are from the back office, front office, and workplace, as you can see on the screen. So you have Zoho products like HR for support. We have Zoho Mail, which has calendar integration. We have Zoho Projects for team collaboration. We also have Zoho CRM, which has been rated as the #1 CRM tool on various product review sites from time to time. And of course, we have Zoho Social. We announced this Zoho Social CRM integration on 30th of July. So that's like 3 months back. And today we'll be talking about how the CRM integration with social is beneficial for you. So first of all, why the social CRM? How is it different from the regular CRMs? So yeah, this is 2016. Everything is social. Life is social. Business is social. People buy from people they like, and they like people who know them. Zoho Social Zoho CRM integration puts powerful tools in the hands of sales, marketing, and service teams by leveraging social. Most often, multiple systems are used to manage these complex interactions, which not only causes errors, but also greatly reduces the speed and efficiency of organizations servicing customers effectively. In fact, let me just quickly share one of our page from Zoho. This is the Zoho and CRM integration page. Let me just quickly send it to you. All right, yeah, well, I hope you get the URL. And feel free to talk to us in the meantime. I hope you got the link. Okay. So yeah, in fact, let me tell you something about my life. I have worked in hardcore street smart sales between 2008 and 12, and my previous boss was a very, cool person. One day I had joined him for a meeting with a prospect, and I noticed that after the meeting, once the prospect left the room, my boss was scribbling something on the prospect's business card. So me, always being the curious kinds, asked him that, what are you writing on the business card? And he gave it over to me. And the business card, there were two things written. One was the date of the meeting, and second was the purpose of the meeting. So in that trip, we had almost a dozen people to meet over 3 days. And this is when I realized that making notes about the prospect really helps. So you always need to have a context of the person you have met. In fact, I have taken it to another level as a lifelong learning. Whenever I meet people, I ask them a lot of questions. I try to listen to them. I take their numbers and email ID. And whenever I'm saving their contact, I will quickly go to notes and write the context. For example, 2 days back, I met this guy called David. So David, when I spoke to him, he told me that he's really fascinated by fishing. He loves to go for fishing. David also has a 3 years old beautiful daughter, which he loves to talk about. Like, I think he mentioned about the daughter 2, 3 times while we were talking for probably 30, 40 minutes. So next time when I meet David and when I saved his number, I have written all these things in the notes. So I have a context about the person. Next time when I meet him, I will be able to establish a rapport by talking about these kind of things. That, yeah, David, how's it going with the fishing? How's your daughter? So I think same thing applies to business these days. You can't know people without listening to them. And today we use a variety of listening tools. Social media has changed everything for consumers and even for businesses making purchasing and contracting decisions. The sales pitch has been replaced by the customer engagement, and a shout out from some, say, Oprah or Jimmy Fallon accomplishes far more in an evening than probably a direct sales team could do in a month or probably 6. So for businesses, this is something which is really significant because it gives you good benefits at lower cost, and that could be, you can't expect that kind of thing from the traditional approach. And although even the best social media marketers will tell you that this is much more art and intuition than science, there are a number of tools that can inject analytics, reporting, monitoring, and good old-fashioned number crunching into the process to drive strategic decision making and improve the effectiveness of social media for businesses. And among the most important are the social CRM platforms. So Zoho Social brings this aspect to your CRM. In the next 20-30 minutes, I'll be giving you a quick product demonstration, and we'll be also taking up your question and answers. You can ask us anything using the questions tab in the GoToWebinar panel. And as I told you, you're in the listen only mode. If you have any questions, feel free to take it up. We also have this hashtag for today, which is hashtag Zoho Social. So of course, it's a social webinar. So if you want to talk to us, you can use the GoToWebinar panel as well as the Twitter channel. So we introduced the CRM integration for Zoho Social recently, that was in July, and received a fantastic response. Today in this webinar, we'll be seeing how this integration makes Zoho Social the best social media marketing software for you to use along with Zoho CRM. So yeah, let's begin the session by talking about leads. A lead is the first step in the process. They have indicated some interest on your company or your product, but you have no history of interaction with them. So leads are the best thought of as raw material for the sales effort. And yes, we all need leads, but how do you generate leads? How do you generate leads? It can be from your website, probably the landing pages, ad campaigns, events. But what about social media marketing? So do you know what percentage of your total leads and revenue comes from your social media activities? Probably not. So well, by the end of this webinar, you will have an answer to this question. How do you quantify this entire thing? So yeah, what is it that you can do with Zoho Social? To begin with, you can generate new leads. You can also track which social network gets you most number of leads and maximum revenue. So what are the 4 most important things you can do with social media? So you can create new leads from social action, like convert a like or a comment into a lead by setting relevant keywords as triggers and measure revenue from different social networks. You can monitor keywords, competition, and influencers. You can listen to what people are talking about your business or your competitors, or let's just say someone who is interested in knowing more about things related to your business. You can also publish, which is the very first point. It could be pictures, links of blogs or articles, or anything else that has to do with your business or industry. You can also engage with prospects. You can analyze what is working for you and what doesn't. And you also have the lead generation and the measuring revenue from social media, which is a very major point, which I'll be coming back in the next 10-15 minutes. So basically, Zoho Social can talk to your CRM. And that is the crux of today's webinar. So with Zoho Social CRM integration, these are the things you can do, as I described sometime earlier, that you can add new leads, you can chat with the Zoho CRM owner, the salesperson, you can coordinate with the various teams, you can see the reports for the CRM, you can see the status and the information of various users from your CRM database. Lead generation is a very interesting section, which I'll be coming back later. And of course, you can also monitor social updates from your Zoho CRM contacts. So these are the major points. And before I start the demonstration of the dashboard, I would also like to extend an offer for today's webinar attendees. So you can get 5 months of Zoho Social for free as part of participating in today's webinar. You can pay for 10 months and get 15 months. You just have to purchase the annual subscription and send me an email at support@zohosocial.com. And the subject can be webinar offer. And you can just give me an update that, yeah, this is what you have purchased. And we'll just extend your subscription right away. You can also refer to this page, zoho.com/social help payment, and you can get an idea about the steps involved in the process. But yeah, make full use of this offer and hope to see good response from you. Okay, so any questions in the meantime? Can I add the 5 months to my 100 days? So Douglas, it depends on the kind of subscription you are connected to. If you can let us know what subscription you are in, I can probably help you with the thing. Thank you. Okay, all right. All right, so if you're logging into Zoho Social for the first time, this is the screen you will see first. Make sure you're subscribed to the compatible Zoho CRM editions, namely the Enterprise Trial or the Enterprise CRM Plus Ultimate Plan to use Zoho Social. So for example, this is for in the screen, Honda Cars and Honda the Power of Dream are the Facebook pages we have configured in the Social tab in CRM. You can directly add a different page, not from the existing CRM from here itself. If you have administration rights, you can directly connect your networks from this section. And if you're not the admin of the CRM account, then you can invite an admin to add the accounts for you from this section. You can also invite the CRM admin by selecting their name from the list as shown in the image, and you can just click on this invite now. You can also get, once you have invited the team member to become a Zoho Social brand admin, you can chat with them by clicking on the ping button. And of course, you can add the page from Facebook also. In case you want to enable the CRM integration, and if you're already a Zoho CRM user, the first time you log into Zoho Social, you'll see the social networks that have already been added to your Zoho CRM and Zoho Social account. So you can click on the toggle buttons on the right to enable or disable the CRM integration for each social network. So this is for enabling the existing ones. You can also invite your CRM admin to connect your existing networks to Zoho Social as shown here. So you simply have to select on the CRM admin which you need to invite and click on invite now. You can also go to the settings page of Zoho Social. If you want to enable or disable the CRM integration, you simply have to go to social networks and check out the status in this toggle button. So yeah, first you click on the avatar in the upper right and then click on settings. Then you click on social networks, find the account you want to connect with in Zoho CRM like this. And then probably you can just click the toggle on the right to enable or disable it. When it's green, the integration will be active. For example, in this case, it is for Facebook. And when it's gray, the integration will be inactive. All right, so this was the basic slides. This is the dashboard of Zoho Social. Once you log on to Zoho Social and configure the pages, you can see this kind of screen. For example, I'm using Zoho Social to manage Zoho Social networks. So these are the networks we have configured. The dashboard looks like this. On the right, you have this live stream in which you can see various mentions. And this label, as you can see in the right, this displays that this is an existing Zoho CRM contact. So if there is an existing CRM lead or a contact, the status will be clearly visible in the live stream itself. So you can browse through the live stream to see what people are talking about your brand. You can add people to your CRM from the live stream. This can also be done from other sections. For example, say messages. Messages is the section in which people send you DMs on your Facebook or Twitter network. You can also bifurcate it using the CRM status. Like you can just, if you just want to check out the CRM status, say the leads, the CRM leads, what kind of messages you have received. So like this, you can just simply track the users, and you can also see their CRM status from here. The best thing is that you can also see the entire profile of the user. You can see their interaction history, like when did they send you the message, which date. And you also see in the conversation thread that you can easily track which team member is speaking. Like, for example, this message is sent by this person, one of my team members. So this you can easily track. You can also see in the right about their recent tweets. So whatever is the publicly listed information about the Zoho CRM lead or the contact, you can easily track it and try to understand the customer better, that what kind of interaction history they have, what is the level of seriousness about your brand. So these things can be easily understood whenever you're tracking through messages. So I was saying that live stream and messages are the sources from which you can add people to your CRM. We also have the monitor section. So once you go to the monitor section of Zoho Social, the first three default columns would be visitor post is the Facebook wall post, you have the Twitter mentions, and you have the Zoho CRM leads and contacts, which is like, for example, this person is a lead, this person is a contact, and the ones who are not as part of your Zoho CRM database, you can simply add them using this button. So whenever you hover around the mouse to one of the new contacts, you can simply add them to CRM like this. Valigent, like this. So I've added them as a lead. This will be reflected next time in this column also. In fact, Monitor is quite helpful in doing a lot of things. So apart from adding your CRM contacts and leads, Monitor also helps you in tracking various keywords related to your business. For example, you're selling a pizza in Detroit area, and if somebody's looking for that, so probably you can put a phrase like pizza in Detroit. So this can be done using this plus button, like this. So you can check the particular page or the keyword from Facebook, from Twitter, from Google Plus and Instagram. So for example, I want to check this keyword. It can be anything. It can be like pizza in Detroit, like this. So I can simply save it as a column and I can see what are people talking about it. So depending on your business, depending on the kind of keywords which are important for you, like for example, if you are a SEO freelancer, probably you might want to check out some keywords like search engine optimization or SEO. If you're into food products, if you're into technology, accordingly you can put some keywords. You can also track down your competitors from Monitor like this. So you can simply click on the add button and go for the paid search. For example, if I want to check, say, BBC. So you can track them, you can add them from here itself, and you can add it as a column like this. So depending on the kind of competitors you have, depending on the keywords which are important for your business, you can do a lot of activities with this. And specifically for the CRM customers, you also have the default column of leads and contacts, and you can also add new ones in the CRM database. So yeah, this was adding people to your CRM from live stream, messages, Monitor. You also have the connection sections. So when you go to connections, you can see of all the list of all the recent engaged connections. You also have the most engaged. You also have the CRM leads and contacts. You can further bifurcate it into the kind of social network they come from. So for example, I can just click one of these, for example, Jennifer. So I have the entire, first of all, I can see the contact. If the person is not an existing CRM contact, I can simply add them, just like how we did for Monitor section. And we have the complete details about the person, like the kind of social networks they are in. If you have any personal information, you can simply add them. You can also do it from your side, like this. And you can update the entire communication, personal information. You also have the interaction in case it is there. You have the CRM information about the person, like the entire contact information, who is the CRM owner. I can simply ping the person from this section. I also have the other CRM details. I have the potential summary, which talks about the amount, the stage, the probability, and the closing date. I also have notes about the person, which is very important when multiple people are involved in these kind of things. So yeah, these are the things which various teams can coordinate, your marketing team, your support team, as well as your sales team, and they can know more about the person, that what has been the interaction history. If they have any publicly listed accounts, which we can see, you can also understand what kind of followers or following they have and what do they like. So you can do some basic research about the person before engaging with them. Same is the case with their Instagram account. You can do a lot of stuff like this. So this was for the existing contacts for connections. So yeah, you can check how your CRM contacts have been doing. This section gives you the complete view of their social presence, interaction history, as well as the CRM notes. You can see the existing CRM notes and details about the connection and talk with the CRM owner to know more about their interaction history. So the sales team might be using CRM to keep a track on the connection, whereas you might be using social interface to do the same. So Zoho Social CRM integration lets you be in sync with both the sides. I can also add people from this section. Like this. This was the same as we were doing for the live stream and Monitor section. So next time the person can simply be, the details can be accessed from this place. So yeah, you can go to the person's profile, you can ping the CRM owner like this. So yeah, the point is that you can see the open potentials. You can also associate their social profiles from other networks. For example, I just want to check out this person's Facebook profile. So probably I can simply add it. So next time these details will be there with me, I can also add their details. So yeah, getting to know your customer is important. Social listening helps you to find out what your customers say when they're talking about your brand and who else on social are they following. Once you know your customers, you can understand their behavior, their interest, and through this insight, you can use it to know what kind of content your customers would and would not engage with. So by honing in on the insights acquired by this Zoho Social CRM, your brand can become highly relevant to your consumer because you know that, yeah, what is the context, what is the person interested in. So now with the new features of Zoho Social Zoho CRM integration, you will have the tools to win the loyalty of your customers. I was also mentioning about monitor, but before that, any questions from you? Okay. Douglas and Mr. Marketing Officer has some questions. Okay, Nicholas also has a very interesting question. Thank you. I have my team members with me, Praval and Guru, and they will be answering your questions. So feel free to continue with asking us the questions because Praval and Guru will be responding you immediately with that. Thank you, Praval. Thank you, Guru. Can Okay, some really interesting questions, but let me just finish the demonstration and then we can pick up the questions and talk about it. Okay, so the monitor tabs lets you monitor social networks for specific kind of posts. Track keywords, post by your Zoho CRM contacts or leads, wall post, brand mentions, or tweets from your Twitter list. So when I say Twitter list, again, you can just simply go to the plus button and add the Twitter list. So yeah, this section is divided into columns with specific kinds of social media activity. In fact, this feature is one of the most underused features of social CRM that provides a tremendous amount of capabilities for enhancing customer experience through social channels. So you can set up keywords and phrase searches to notify you when customers or prospects are talking about your company, products, or services. And as I was giving you the example of BBC Travel or any kind of competitors, so the thing is that you can monitor them. You can monitor competitors to see customers' perspective of their products and services. You can create tickets directly from social media posts, helping you provide top-notch customer servicing. And yeah, a lot of things can be done when it comes to monitor. So, and I also told you how you add a new column. Columns give you a quick way to keep tabs on what people are saying about your brand, like or comment on post. So yeah, integration is quite important. Otherwise, this third column of leads and contacts won't be visible to you. Apart from that, you can also automate your leads. So basically, we saw the multiple ways of generating leads from Zoho Social. Now let's talk about how to automate lead generation on the social media. So yeah, let's go to the settings. And yeah, in case you are stuck with any point at any point about any of the Zoho Social features, on the right you have this help link. So whenever you go to help, you can simply type the query you have about your issues. Like for example, if you want to search for social CRM, so you can check these links from here itself. A lot of content has already been done, so I think it will make it very clear. So feel free to explore these pages. I was talking about lead generation. Okay, this is good. I'm sure you will love this. So if you want to enable the first option, for example, Facebook likes, anybody who likes a post on your page would be added as a lead or a contact depending on what you choose. For example, I choose contact and I add this. I just enable this. In fact, for the messages, like if somebody messages you with a keyword, so the keyword can be urgent help needed. Like this, or it can be your brand name. So when anybody sends you a message with these kind of keywords, you can enable the automation. So these are predefined workflows which will make your job easy. It is for Facebook, Twitter, as well as Google Plus. So if somebody mentions you with a keyword, for example, if somebody mentions me with the keyword social CRM, so I would like to add that person as a lead so that I can pitch my product at a later time. So this is how I do it. Even for the messages, so you can put some keywords as a trigger for your incoming messages. For example, say really good product. So if somebody is happy with your product, they can be probably added as a lead, something like this. It can be help, it can be urgent or deals. So they will be added as a lead from this network. Similarly, you can set rules for other social networks as well, like this. All right, so this was about lead automation. You can also create new leads and contacts from your social interaction via mobile. While you're engaging with all such mentions, you can check their CRM status. In fact, this is available on Zoho Social for iOS as well as Android. So you can listen to updates from your leads and CRM contacts even while on the go. Okay, so that was about lead automation. Okay. So Nicholas is asking that what are the 3 reasons we should connect this to our CRM and how detailed is this entire social media analytics report. So yeah, let's talk about the analytics part. I think this is a very interesting section of Zoho Social. But thanks, I'm really happy with the kind of questions we are getting today. Mr. Marketing Officer has some really interesting questions. Douglas, Nicholas, and Mo Ajibola, some really interesting questions. Thank you. I hope you're satisfied with the answers. Otherwise, feel free to talk to us. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. All right, so time for some serious number crunching. Let's take a look at how the leads are doing today for Zoho. So we go to reports. This section is like always numero uno for my users. Whenever I ask my users, what is your favorite feature about Zoho Social? People talk about analytics. So yeah, this is stats. These are the basics, what you see for Zoho Social, like what languages your fans communicate in, or what languages are the people you reached communicate in, who are the fans, sources of likes, all these things. If you want to go into the nuts and bolts with detailed analytics, this is what you do. The social outreach, what type of content works best for you, when is the best time to post, a lot of things actually. So if you spend enough time with this section, you'll see that it has some really interesting analytics for you. So the default feature is for Facebook. Just like that, we also have for the other social networks. For example, Instagram. And here we have for CRM also, like this. So yeah, this is how the leads have been doing in the last, say, I want to check out the last month. So in the last month, 10 leads have been created, 1 contacts has been created. There have been 4 potentials, a revenue of $72. And if I just want to track it on the basis of my social network, for example, I just want to check out my Twitter. So yeah, these are the 2 leads from the lead source Twitter. The revenue has been like this. I can also export it as a CSV and I can also email it to my colleagues. So yeah, what is happening is that you get an idea about what kind of revenues you are getting from which potentials, how are you closing the deals, what range are you closing the deals, and which social network. You can also see which of the social networks were more effective in getting revenues from your social media marketing efforts from this section. So this thing helps you in planning which networks are better performing and which ones are not. So right now I can clearly see that if I put up all the, say, all lead sources, and I can see last month or last 30 days, I can see that the most effective lead source has been Twitter. So yeah, this can really help you with the planning part. You can exactly understand that yeah, this is the network in which you should put on some more efforts, and you can also see that what is working for you. So what are you doing with this network which is generating these leads? So overall, it gives you an idea about how do you quantify your social media marketing efforts, and I think that is what is important. So have a detailed look at these sections whenever you have connected, and you'll get a very nice idea of how it is working for your business. So yeah, that was the report section. In fact, I was just reading one of the latest reports, forecast published by Gartner. Gartner has published enterprise software markets worldwide Gartner forecast report of 2012-2017, and the update shows that CRM has been eclipsing ERP in worldwide market size in 2017. This is the future forecast by Gartner. So, in fact, the latest enterprise software forecast says that the customer relationship management (CRM) has been increasing to 36.5 billion worldwide market by 2017, which is a significant increase from the $20.6 billion forecasted in Q1 of this year. CRM also leads all the enterprise software categories in projected growth, showing a roughly 15% CAGR in the last 5 years, which has been revised up from like 9.7% in the Q1 forecast. So yeah, these are the important things when it comes to Zoho Social, Zoho CRM integration. Thank you. White labeling, yeah, this is something in a roadmap. Thank you, Mo. Okay. All right. Apart from this, I will also just quickly walk through some basic features of Zoho Social. So as soon as you go to the dashboard, the first thing you will see is the brand health, which is more about how your brand has been performing on various platforms. On the right, as you can see, are the brand mentions from various sources. You can also see that which contacts from CRM or which leads have been interacting with you from time to time. So you can just click on them and you can discuss it with your team members, or you can chat with the CRM owner from the live stream itself. You can also click on the person to know more about them, like this. You can see the CRM information like this, and you can also chat with the CRM owner. If you want to add somebody to your CRM database, I already told you what is the best way of doing it. You can also change your brands from this itself. For example, I just want to check out my Zilker page. This is one of the other brands we manage from Zoho Social. So you can simply check out the various posts. We also have some other posts. So if you want to integrate with Zoho CRM, I already showed you the screens which come forward. So that was the main dashboard part. Apart from that, we have posts, which has the published post, the scheduled ones. You can also see a time travel kind of machine here, in which you can simply see that which posts have been scheduled so far in the past and which are scheduled for the future. For example, these orange boxes say that something has been scheduled for these 2 dates, like this. You also have the promoted post and the failed post. So if you simply have to go to the scheduled post, you can see which are the failed posts. And if you hover your mouse around, you can see that you can again schedule them, or you can probably edit them from this place. Composing a new post is quite easy. You simply have to go to new post. You can type something and you can simply publish it right away. This will be published to all your 4 social networks. For Instagram, there is a workaround, so that you have to see. You can also save it as a draft. So if you want to discuss it with your team members, you have the smart queue option. You can also schedule it for a future date and time. For example, say 15th of November, 8 o'clock in the morning. I can also repeat this post on a weekly or a monthly basis, like this. So yeah, a couple of interesting things you can do with the publishing and the scheduling part. We also have the bulk scheduler for Zoho Social. So here you can just publish multiple posts. You have the format. You also have a sample file here which you can download and upload it so that you understand how it works. But just make sure you follow this format. This is the format which is given on the right side. So these are the things you can do. Okay. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Douglas. Yes, Stephen wanted to Stephen is saying that he has a new staff member starting this week and wanted to explore the tool. So yeah, Stephen, I'll be sending the recorded version of this webinar once the webinar is over. So feel free to share it with your new team member. Thank you. So that was post. We also have the messages where you can track users. You can track your CRM, say leads or contacts from this place. Like this. We also have monitor, which I talked about, the basic columns. How do you add new ones? How do you search for a competitor? The connections shows you specific connections like the recently engaged one, the CRM leads and contacts. Collaboration is something really interesting. So you can just share your various things like analytics or some connection. Like in this place, the person has shared one of our team members. Here I have checked out one of the analytic reports with my team member Guru. So you can discuss various things with your team members. You can simply tag them like this, and you can share stuff from time to time. This is quite good when it comes to if you're working in teams and you need some approval or some discussion before something goes out. These are the things you can check out. Reports, as I told you, the CRM report is quite handy when it comes to understanding which social network is working for you. And I think this is like the crux of the entire thing. You can actually quantify how this is working out for you, the entire social CRM efforts. Apart from that, I also talked about the settings. So we have the social networks. You can see which are the ones who are enabled for CRM integration. For example, for me, it is Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus page. I have the brand information, the brand users, which has the list of all the team members which are using. I also have the roles and permissions. I can also create a new role from here, and I can probably add some rights for the user. For example, they can only check the messages and the comment or reply to incoming post like this. So you can simply check it from this place. You can also delete the existing ones. Like this. The notifications will tell you that which users will be notified in case of what happens, like if something goes live, if something fails to go live. The lead generation, again, I told you that this is one of the best ways of automating your CRM efforts. You can simply add your incoming brand mentions or any new contact as a contact or a lead for CRM. So yeah, this was about a walk around of what are the things you can do with Zoho Social Zoho CRM. And again, I would like to talk about the offer which we are giving as part of today's webinar. This is especially for today's webinar users. You can get 5 months of Zoho Social absolutely free of cost. So you can just purchase the subscription, pay for 10 months and get 15 months absolutely free as part of this webinar. So once you purchase the subscription, you can send me an email. My name is Tilak. You can send me an email at support@zohosocial.com with the subject webinar offer, and we'll be happy to extend your subscription. You can also refer this URL, which is zoho.com/social/help and payment, and you can understand the steps involved. Otherwise, you can just send me an email at support@zohosocial.com. And the Twitter handle is @Zoho. So apart from this, even if you have anything else to talk about, like we can also understand like what are your business problems, what kind of social CRM issues you are having, in case you are having any, or in case you have any particular doubts which you would like to talk about. So you can use these details and come back to us. And the email ID is support@zohosocial.com. So feel free to get in touch with us. Any more questions for today? Yeah. How does Zoho engage with your company blogs? No, we do not monitor the company blogs, but if you are referring some particular keywords at all, you can always check with them. What about posting videos? Yes, Daniel, this is something we are working on, and you'll hear soon from us about posting videos. Some really interesting questions today. I see that a lot of people are participating. I'm really thankful that you have been, you came here and invested so much time with us, and I hope I was clear about the webinar and the features. Hope you got an idea about the things. So yeah, thank you so much. I can do schedule post on Hootsuite. Yeah, that is true. That's very true. Timelines, yes. Field mapping is something which is not available because it's a part of Facebook page tabs. So we don't have the support for that. Google Hangouts, as I told you, is something which we are working on. So yeah, it's not there. Okay, so yeah, these are the main features of Zoho Social Zoho CRM integration. Okay, so that was about Zoho Social CRM integration. Basically, this integration makes it possible for businesses to discover new leads on social media, get a complete social view of CRM contacts, and use social media to close deals faster and to measure how much revenue is earned from social networks. So this helps you to plan your social media marketing strategy better because you have an idea that you have got enough stats that how the individual networks have been performing. You have numbers to talk. And think about it, given a choice between using a standalone social media tool versus one that integrates tightly with your CRM, which one would you use? So yeah, I would suggest you spend some time playing around with the features and see what works for your business. Also, I would love to know how Zoho Social CRM integration helps you in achieving your business goals. So in case you have any issues, if you want to talk to us about something, you can also send us an email at support@zohosocial.com, or you can simply tweet us at this hashtag Zoho Social. And so yeah, we'll spend the next 5-10 minutes taking up your questions. Guru and Prawal are still here, so we'll be answering your questions. Feel free to talk to us. We'll spend the next 5-10 minutes in talking to you, and I look forward to having conversations with you. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Gold. Thank you, Nicholas. I'm really glad that you invested so much time with us. I'll be closing the webinar now. And in case you have any issues, any kind of things, you can always talk to us. The email ID is support@zohosocial.com. So feel free to talk to us, and I'll be in touch with you. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you. Bye bye.